Hey, it's Ozzy again. This is the round table, and Khalil loves his intros, so we're going to kick right to him.
Here we go.
He's just a common man, working hard with his hands. He's just a common man.
Thank you, Ozzy, for that. R.I.P. Dusty Rhodes.
A moment of silence. And we also have Nick, and we also have Scott. So first,
Yeah,
we're going to...
I actually had an entrance.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go for it. I apologize.
I mean this was my entrance. So that's totally fucking ruined.
Maybe we should have planned it.
I was gonna say a great quote of his, which was I've dined with kings and queens, I've slept in alleys and dined on pork and beans, which was a great quote. And it's all ruined now, and okay, that's all right. It's all right. Just a black man trying to keep a white man down once again.
We should have just planned this. Like we should have all came in at one time, and then you could have came in with your quote.
I could have. That would have been. We should have planned it.
Yeah, next time we'll have to plan an entrance.
We're getting better though.
You still got the quote in, so that's what matters.
Well, I'm back, and I'm not one and done like Kyrie Irving in the finals. So let's get this thing started.
There you go.
Someone got some fire. Let's bring it, Ozzy.
All right, so we're going to start with the prison escape because this blows my mind for a few reasons. First off, these people dug through like a wall and they had like machinery and what's supposed to be one of the tightest, securest prisons in the world supposedly. But my favorite part is this woman helped them sneak out. And they interviewed her son like the day after she was named as a suspect or whatever. And he's like, no, my mom's a great person. She would never do this. She's just going to work. She's making money for the family or whatever. So then a few days later it comes out, in fact, she did help them. And then, you're like, oh, well, maybe they tricked her. She might have been a sweet, innocent woman. Maybe they just brainwashed her a little bit. And then today it comes out that not only was she going to be the getaway driver for these two dudes, one of which who killed his boss and cut him into pieces. That was what one of the murderers did. So it's, obviously not a good person. Not only was she going to be the getaway driver, but she was also going to drive them to, I don't know if it was at her house or what, but whatever. The plan was to kill her husband, and she was going to go away with them. So I just think it's funny that her son was defending her, and the whole time she was planning on killing his dad,
Wow.
Wow.
Serial killers' families don't think they're serial killers until they're busted either. So you always say when they're interviewed, they're saying he was such a good person when he went out and killed 20 people. So
I mean, it's like, see, my mind just thinks different. Like, I don't want to offend those single people or lonely people, but how is it that killers like Charles Manson and this guy can find people and your ass is still lonely and single?
they're charismatic. They're charismatic.
I just have nothing to say to that story. Ozzy just completely blew my mind. That was hilarious. In so many different ways. I was trying not to laugh. I feel like going in full Stephen A. Smith mode about that, but and they haven't found these guys, right?
No, not yet.
Do they even have a lead to where they could be besides?
The other great part is I think it's Cuomo. Is he the governor of New York still? Is that right? Well, whoever it is, the whole time, like the past week and a half, they've been looking into small towns saying they gotta be here. They gotta be here. There's no way they got away.
See, now haven't we learned from that? Because remember when we were looking for Osama and we were looking in caves and small towns and everything, and his ass was in a mansion.
But see, this is what happened. They said, they got to be in the small town. They talked to survival experts, and they're like, oh, they got to be panicked in the woods. They're probably scared to death. Then today he comes out, and he's like, oh, they're probably in Mexico by now. Like, what happened overnight? You think, how did they get to Mexico? Like, if they're supposed to be trapped in this town, I mean, nobody saw them driving to Mexico. They haven't like killed anyone. Like, how does that make any sense? What happened?
These guys they'll be caught probably by the end of, but it's gonna literally take to the end of summer.
All right, but my one question, we'll get off of this. My one question for each of you is, I want to, if you could think of anything, because I have no idea, it blows my mind. How in the world do they have power tools in the prison and then get out without any guards or anything hearing them? Because, I mean, if I'm an inmate in the prison and I hear the people next door to me cutting their way out, I want to be jealous and be like, if you guys aren't getting me out, I'm gonna snitch on y'all. You know, like I'm not letting y'all get out. I gotta stay here. So I can't understand how that possibly happened.
Money.
Um,
Money. They paid someone off.
yeah, commissary.
It's an inside job.
That too. I guess the ass spreads farther than we thought, and you can stick a lot of things up there.
That's true.
That's all I got.
You can fit anything up there with lube.
Okay, I have a question.
That's a fact.
How come sticking stuff in your butt is okay to talk about? We can't talk about LeBron's penis. I'm very confused. I don't know where the line is drawn here. I don't know what's okay and what isn't.
I just don't want to talk about another man's.
I didn't want to talk about either of those actually. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about another man's penis being shown on live TV. I actually did not see this alleged penis.
It was digital.
I just, I didn't want to.
I ain't even doing that right now.
I don't want, I don't want any white guys getting offended if we talk about black penis. I just refuse to talk about penis.
All right, that's fine. All right, let's go to topic number 2, which is going to be I forgot her name already. Her name is irrelevant. This white woman who turned into a black woman, and apparently just did it for like 20 or 30 years, and no one ever caught her until her parents decided to snitch on her because they hate her, I guess. But apparently she used to be a white woman, and I don't know if she just tanned a lot or what.
Still a white woman.
Yeah, you're right. She is still a white woman, but I guess she doesn't look white anymore. And she's the leader of the NAACP in Washington State, apparently. And she's a white woman. I guess she lied about being black. I don't really know that it matters if a white woman is the leader. I don't know how the rules go. But, I mean, if she's looking out for black people, I don't know that it matters. But it's just kind of amazing that she was able to get away with it for so long.
I mean, I think the story's funny, but, I mean, long as she's trying to do something right, but I read online where she was calling the cops, saying people were making racist threats against her, which are turning out to be false, which I do think is wrong, and a misuse of the police right there. So,
I mean, go ahead, Nick. I'm getting mine together.
I mean, I'll be honest with you, it's one of my favorite stories, maybe of all time. Not only that, it totally got missed because of the finals the night it happened. Nobody saw it, so she almost escaped, but like it's just such a LeBron's dick blacked out her face, basically, if I could use that phrase. She was. It is so funny, the interview when the guy was like, "I'm gonna ask you, are you white?" And she was like, "I don't understand that question." Like he said, "What's 2 + 2?" She was like, "I don't understand."
Yeah. Keep going, Nick. Keep going.
Her Facebook status that when she was talking about 12 years a slave, about when what's her name was like making a doll or whatever, and she was like, "This reminds me of my childhood," and I was like, "Oh, this bitch couldn't be more crazy." And I'm not gonna lie, the thought of banging her right now is just really exciting to me, because she is just wild in the sack. If she thought she could pass off for being black that long, oh god, I can only imagine what she's like in bed. It's got to be bananas.
Okay, they always say, back in the day we had the paper bag test. If you were light in a paper bag, you were white. If you were dark in a paper bag, you were black. Me personally, I have the Riley Cooper test. And I'm just going to ask Riley Cooper, who happens to be here. Riley, Mr. Cooper, how you doing, sir?
Again?
So, you've seen the alleged person we're talking about. What do you feel? White, black? How do you feel?
Who's that about? He's a nigger! He's a nigger! He's a nigger! Oh my God! A nigger! Luger's a nigger!
Oh, okay. We got it. Okay, so according to the Riley Cooper test, she's black. I got nothing else.
I'm staying away from that.
As a white person, you're making me uncomfortable.
She would probably be uncomfortable after hearing that. She wouldn't know how to react.
Yeah, just the Riley Cooper test works every time, you know.
But I have to agree with Nick that the whole "I don't understand that question" was just one of the greatest lines I've ever heard in my life. Like, "Are you white?" And you're just like, I don't know what you mean right now. It's like, it's really simple. You're either white or you're not. Like, it's just
Her picture from when she was a child. She was the most white bread looking girl in the world. She wasn't even kind of black.
Starbucks.
Yeah. Oh man, it's my favorite story ever. It's the NAACP. I don't care if I offend anyone. It is the biggest joke organization in the world. They take money from Donald Sterling. They hired a white woman. I mean, Riley Cooper is going to be a part of it next.
Technically, the NAACP should be for white people. I need another black person on here, but since I'm the only one, I'm gonna rep it hard. The NAACP stands for the National Association for the Advancement of Colored People. As a black man, I always say I say this every time the NAACP comes up. We need to change the name. If they're going to be for black people, we haven't been colored since the 1940s.
no one says that.
Yeah, it's not even about no one. We haven't been colored. By definition, white people, you turn red and blue and all types of different colors. So
We're the colored ones.
yeah, so maybe it's time to move the NAACP towards y'all, and she's trying to get in there to start this
It's a
process.
movement.
Like, I mean, it's not like she came out and painted her face like blackface or nothing, so I'm not offended.
I mean,
But I
she's
just
basically
think-
living in blackface.
Isn't
But-
it just a tan? I don't understand. Is she really tan? Is that what it is?
Well, I mean, white girls do love the tan, and sometimes
I know.
I think that's what they get, because some white girls do over tan to try to get this like black feel, like a mixed feeling, and I don't know.
All right, we're done with that. That's enough before we offend people even more. We're gonna kind of switch topics here a little bit. We're gonna go to we can decide whatever you want to choose, either the worst movie you've seen this year or the worst movie you've ever seen in your life. I'm gonna start off. You're gonna help me with the name of the movie because I always forget. It's that Mark Wahlberg movie where the people are all like,
The Happening.
yeah, The Happening. If you have seen The Happening, it is the worst movie ever. These people are just like falling out in yards and getting ran over by lawnmowers, and it doesn't make any sense. And they're supposed to be like poisoned by like the air and the sun. Yet at the end of the movie, they're like all standing outside having a good old time. Like, oh, we're fine now because of love or something. Like, what, love is the cure? That doesn't make any sense. That's stupid. What type of disease is that? None of it makes any sense. They're supposed to die at the end. They don't. I don't know why they don't die. It doesn't. They're just chilling outside. They're like, oh, we're in love, so it's fine. It's really stupid. It's the biggest waste of time ever.
I agree with Ozzy. Anybody else can go? I'm the movie head, so I gotta think of worst of all time.
I don't know worst of all time, but I know worst I've spent money on, and that was Christmas with the Cranks. I saw that in theaters.
Yeah.
It was terrible. Yeah, I think I fell asleep in the middle of it. It was just bad. And yeah, I don't know. I will say I have seen a lot of summer movies out this year, so go see Jurassic World if you haven't. Saw that over the weekend. It was great.
There you go. And for everybody wondering, we will make Ozzy apologize to Steven Spielberg, even if I had to pay for his ticket and make him go see the movie.
Damn right.
All right. So when you name it, Nick, your turn. Go ahead. I'm just gonna go last because I gotta think still.
All right. This might hurt Khalil a little bit actually. Invincible is the worst movie ever.
Nah, I agree.
Well, it's not only that. I mean, Vince Papaldi lives near me. Just so everyone knows, that story is 99.99% fake. Nobody on the team liked him. He was a running joke on the team. He's a running joke over here. Everyone hates him. He's an asshole. Fuck Vince Papale. You're a joke. You fucking asshole. I hate you. You're not an Eagle. That's it.
We can go with that. Okay. I got mine. I gotta break mine down by genre. It's just so many running through my head. Okay, for this year, hands down, 2015, The Boy Next Door was the most horrible movie ever. Let me see. As far as black people, No Good Deed was a terrible movie. The Perfect Guy will be just as terrible when it comes out, but see, my people like overhyping movies because of who's in it, and then they'll overhype the movie when it comes out. It's gonna suck. You basically saw the entire movie trailer. He falls in love with a girl. He courts the girl after she gets through, because her husband or whatever won't commit. Then he goes crazy and psycho. You basically know Morris Chestnut is gonna save her, and they're gonna get back together. That's how the movie ends.
The dude from Like Mike?
Say it again.
The dude from Like Mike is gonna save her?
Yeah. Basically, he's gonna be in the movie, and that's basically how it happens. That's the end. So I can basically tell you the movie that doesn't come out till September. Let's see. Best movie of the year I've seen hands down is Jurassic World. Jurassic World was very good. All right, now as far as superhero movies go, the best one I've seen, surprisingly, let me rephrase that. Surprisingly, two movies that have shocked me, two series. The New Planet of the Apes surprisingly was good to me. I did not think it was going to be that good, and it's my favorite. I can't wait for the next one. And second, the Batman series that recently came out, I did not like. I don't care what no one say. Heath Ledger's the only reason anybody talks about it. Heath Ledger made that joke. That's the only reason.
Batman Begins?
The last Batman was trash, and nobody wants to admit that, but that movie sucked. Bane was not Bane. That movie sucked. Bane is actually supposed to be, bulgy, veins popping out, and he's smart as hell. But they didn't have him like that in that movie.
Yeah, but they change characters in movies all the time because Wolverine's supposed to be 5'2", instead he's like 6'3".
Yeah, they do that. Not actually, they use the camera angles to make him seem shorter. But Wolverine is dead now, so we're not gonna talk about Wolverine. R.I.P. Wolverine anyway.
He's dead?
Yeah, they killed him in the comics.
It's a thing because Marvel doesn't want comics they don't have the movie rights to make any money, so they killed that Fantastic Four. I believe they're getting Deadpool. So it's a power move with everything.
Deadpool is going to be great.
Deadpool is going to be good as shit. Deadpool's going to be good. Ant-Man is not going to be that good, but I'm going to see. It doesn't really. It's more. That's more of a kiddie movie, like real. So it's not gonna be like the regular Marvel we're used to. That's gonna be kind of like Guardians of the Galaxy, but Guardians of the Galaxy was surprisingly good too. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give it a chance when it comes out. I'll go and see it. Matinee, but I'll go and see it.
Like, okay, worst movie romance wise, 50 Shades of Grey. All right, I've been on this for a while now. I watch this for research purposes because I need to understand the women's brain and why the fuck they're so crazy. 50 Shades of Grey was a horrible movie. It basically says that money basically can make a girl do anything.
But see, you're wrong though. That's the exact truth. That's absolutely.
I mean, look, Ozzy, we're not trying to offend the women here, okay? I know I'm just trying to get them on there, because they always say, I won't date a man because of his money, and I won't do this and that and the other. But yet they supported everything in that fucking movie. And like I said, there was times and examples where, like, the dude, basically because he's a kabillionaire, he got away with so much. If he was not a kabillionaire, she would have had a restraining order put slam on him. He would have been in jail. And she would have found nothing about him attractive.
But it's not even about women. That's anyone will do anything for money. I mean, take you for example. How much money did he have?
He was a kabillionaire. That's all I'm gonna go with.
If you get $1 billion,
Ozzy, I'm not sucking dick for $1 billion.
I'll suck dick for $1 billion.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, I just can't do it. Okay, so here we go, Ozzy. Because Ozzy, since you're like 5'2" and you're the youngest looking out of all of us. Would you let Michael Jackson touch you for $1 million?
Yeah, $1 million, sure.
Do it for $10,000.
I see. I'm the only one that has standards here. Okay.
No, you're the only one that's a bad business person. That's what we see here.
It goes
Look.
back to the Pete Davidson sketch from
Yeah,
SNL.
that's right. Yeah, when you're done here, go Google Pete Davidson's first
Yeah.
SNL sketch.
Yeah.
Weekly update.
Okay, apparently I had to look at Pete Davidson's sketch.
Yeah, flying.
Like 50 Shades of Grey was still a horrible movie.
I didn't think it was that bad personally, but I expected it to be worse than it was.
Well, you've lost your man card. Me and Nick took that a while ago, so you have to agree with that.
Well, I took it. I still have it.
Oh, okay. So Nick, yeah, because honestly, we already determined you sit down when you pee. Like it's foregone now because.
Whoa,
No,
I'm
I'm
mean right now. This is a little bit mean.
I had to say
You're bullying.
that because Ozzy made me have to say stuff because I was scrolling through my Twitter and shout out Bay, my good girl boo. She happened to see Ozzy ranting, "Oh, I'm just so lucky. How did I get so blessed and lucky and this and that?" And I never get that. I never hear how lucky you are.
Honeymoon stage. That's all it is. Honeymoon stage.
Nah, Ozzy's basically married. We'll go with that. I just I just got to step
You
up
have to
my
be
game.
nice, I mean.
I'm defending your honor.
Go ahead, Nick.
Listen, I didn't make him. He wrote that blog. He's lucky my site is gone because he wrote a blog about himself, about me saying he doesn't have a man card anymore, where he basically wrote that he doesn't deserve a penis.
But this is after I was diagnosed with my celiac disease, where I could no longer eat pizza, no longer eat fried chicken, and I was very vulnerable.
Exactly.
I'm surprised you're
I
still.
was dealing with some things.
That's the day we had to take his man card because he was like, it basically chopped off my penis. And
Yeah, I mean, it hurt my feelings.
No, basically because he supported that Super Bowl commercial about
I did.
like a girl.
I honestly did.
He supported that Super Bowl commercial that was like, throw like a girl, run like a girl, fight like a girl. He's like, oh, that's great. They're just trying to empower women. That commercial fucking sucked. And you know it.
My favorite one was when the kids died. That's my favorite commercial.
Oh my goodness.
So I had to rip him apart for supporting that. And then like 10 minutes later, he's like, yeah, I don't deserve a penis anymore. I'm not even a man. I shouldn't even have my girlfriend.
I wish we had that post. I should have screenshotted that shit. Oh my goodness. We could have read that on the podcast. That would have been good.
It would have been good. It's gone forever now.
Now, off subject.
Because you posted naked celebrities. That's why. Your fault.
We're on a topic subject, but we haven't talked about this yet because we didn't talk last week, and Ozzy's gonna talk about this just by himself. Ozzy, your 49ers, go.
There's nothing to talk about. I've already said everything. They're awful.
No. You did another retirement is what I'm saying. We can talk about
Yeah, because nobody who wants to play for a loser. I would quit too. I'd rather quit and have my brain in one piece.
But I'm saying, do you think it's what they're saying, or do you think it's something in that organization that's causing everybody to do it? And
It's the owner. It's Jed York. I've said that before.
Oh, okay. See, I missed.
Always been Jed York. He used to lock the Gatorade up. He wouldn't let them have Gatorade unless they asked for it. He treats them like children.
One of the funnier stories I read was they were having a speech, and Harbaugh and York came in, and Harbaugh said, "This meeting's for men only."
Yeah.
It's pretty funny.
That is funny.
I can't get Nick to talk football because I just, I want
You
to talk.
can. I'll talk football.
All right, Nick. Here we go. Finally, we're only going to talk Evan Mathis. I personally think Evan Mathis played himself and lost, and that's the way I look at it.
I mean, what did he miss? Like 10 games last year?
Exactly.
I don't care about these linemen. Listen, linemen are the most important position of football. Everyone will agree on that. It's the most important position of football. But it's hard to get really good linemen, but linemen are replaceable. There's so many of them. You can find another lineman. You're not going to find another Tom Brady. You can find another Evan Mathis. You might not be able to find.
Ironically, you saying that though, Evan Mathis, remember, was signed only to be depth. Like he was really nothing before he came here. He just fit the scheme.
Yeah, no, but I mean, like, think about it. We had John Runyon and Trey Thomas, two great linemen in the history of football.
Yeah.
Now we've got two linemen that have replaced them completely, in
Exactly.
Lane Johnson and Peters. Like, you can replace linemen. It's gonna happen. It's easy. It's easily done. It's easier said than done, but it's doable. So I'm not worried about Evan Mathis. I'm not worried about our fucking linemen.
I'm not worried about Evan Mathis simply because of what you said, but I am worried about Drew Rosenhaus. I truthfully think Drew Rosenhaus hates the Eagles.
He does.
I'm kind of convinced now because we've had Terrell Owens, LaShawn McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, and now Evan Mathis, all gone because of Drew Rosenhaus shit.
Maybe Drew Rosenhaus hates Chip Kelly because he's white.
Maybe, but see, it was before, but what about Andy Reid?
Well, everybody hates Andy Reid.
Wait, man.
Andy Reid.
Yeah, well, see, I think Drew Rosenhaus see, Evan Mathis, for one, I'm just like, you're 34, you're already making $5 million. You basically, like, if I was him, I would fire Drew Rosenhaus. You just cost me a top 10 contract, and I'm not going to get that money. Not only am I not going to get more money, I'm not going to get the money I was making.
The fact that you don't think Jerry Jones is stupid enough to pay him more money is funny. Jerry Jones will pay anybody, especially an Eagle.
I think he's going to Miami. I really do.
Probably.
Because they were the only team that really wanted him, and they didn't want to trade for him. But now they don't have to trade for him. I think he's going to Miami.
Yeah, that's it for me with football right now.
We got two more topics we got to get to real quick before we're
Go
done.
ahead. Yeah, that's all we had. We had to spit that out real fast.
I'm going to stay out of this one because I don't really have much of an opinion. I'll let you guys go because y'all were discussing it already. Top animal, top movie animal, top whatever animal. You guys can go for it.
All right, I'll go first because I'm gonna be right. Air Bud is clearly number one. Air Bud, everyone grew up on Air Bud. When Air Bud died, it was tweeted. We all love Air Bud. After Air Bud, fucking forget.
There's plenty.
Well, then I have Shiloh in there because that was my favorite book growing up. I can't think of any of my animals. I had them written down too. Someone else go.
All right, I'm gonna say Hercules is number one.
That was it. There we go. Hercules.
Yeah.
Undisputed number one.
Yeah.
They
You
made that
don't
dog
like
look
the headlight, you're un-American.
Yes. Number two, I'm gonna say the Velociraptors from any of the Jurassic Park movies because they're on my brain right now.
Okay, we're going to put them in there now. I have to agree because if you haven't seen Jurassic World, I'm telling you, they're going to be in your top 10 after Jurassic World.
And number three is the dog from I Am Legend with Will Smith.
Yeah, that's a good one.
It's so sad.
Yeah, exactly. And he was talking to the dog and shit, and then he got those alien vampire things killing him. So yeah.
But you know, someone made a good point about that he survived all these years until a woman came by and then he dies.
Mm-hmm. That's how it goes.
All right, mine would be number one was Hercules. Like I said, just the Sandlot alone makes it. Two was Air Bud. Everybody knows Air Bud. Everybody likes Air Bud. Everything about Air Bud. And because Nick is making me do real, I don't know why I have to do only real animals. Because I have so many that aren't real that I could just put in there. But I'm still putting Caesar. Yeah, I know it's harder, but I'm still putting Caesar. I mean, really, we're supposed to put Mr. Ed and Lassie in there, but I hated both of those shows. I keep laughing at the recent topic because the reason why is because Mr. Ed's been coming up lately, and everybody's like, well, how did they make his mouth move? And there's a rumor out that they had to tickle his balls to make his mouth move.
They put peanut butter in his mouth.
Who said that?
I've heard peanut butter. They've had a hook. They've had to tickle his balls.
I've never heard that.
I'm gonna have to Google it. There's so many rumors of how they made his mouth move.
So
All
we
right.
can talk. Never mind.
I remember I have to get past the fact that you won't talk about LeBron showing his dick. You just talk about a horse getting his balls tickled. Mine, the one I was forgetting was Babe the pig.
Oh yeah.
I totally forgot about Babe and Marley from Marley and Me. Two great movies.
I was a big fan of Clifford. He was huge. You know, he was a little overweight. But yeah, I grew up with him.
Stuart Little.
We can't say Clifford. He's the cartoon. Because if you can say Clifford, I'm throwing in pork chop.
Clifford would eat pork chop.
But pork chop was the truth.
Yeah, I'll
what
agree with
about
you.
what about the Two Dogs and the Cat from Homeward Bound? The first one, not the second one.
I forgot all about that movie. Yeah, Ozzy, we're gonna do this topic next time. We have to sit back and really make a list because I gotta think. So we're coming back to this one.
Oh, okay. All right, we're gonna finish up with what is on TV tonight because Sunday nights have become huge on TV, especially with the finals on tonight. I'm gonna start because I don't watch the shows you guys watch, the popular ones. I just have one show that I watch that no one else watches. So I'm gonna ask people to give it a chance. It's only on season 2, so you can watch last season, or you can start on the season, whatever you want. It is *Halt and Catch Fire*. It's on AMC. I think it comes on 10 o'clock. They're in the early 80s, I think, and it's about computer programming and making and building a computer, and they're kind of competing with IBM. So pretty much it's about technology and stuff, but there's a lot more to it, and I really enjoy it. Give it a shot.
I'm not watching.
Yeah, I'm watching the finals tonight. I DVR that, but I'm going to watch the finals 100%. So.
Yeah, I record. I'm in the IT world now officially, so I have to look at technology shit so I can know what the hell I'm talking about.
Ozzy, is the first season on Netflix?
It should. I don't know for a fact, but I would think so. It should be. A lot of people said the first season wasn't great, but people who have seen this season, like the people who get the advanced viewings or whatever, said this season's like way more put together and has a better direction to it. So they said they like the season better so far. So if you just want to start the second season, I don't think they're you don't necessarily have to watch the first season. I mean, you'll kind of know more if you do, but I don't think it's it doesn't really pick up where it left off completely. It's kind of different. So.
Well, I'm 2TVing it tonight, as y'all can see. Y'all can see clearly I'm 2TVing it tonight. I will have Money in the Bank on the top TV, and I will have the finals on the bottom TV. I'm hearing they already did something for Dusty Rhodes, so I'm gonna have to check that out. The entire show will be dedicated to him tonight. I just got that notification.
The American Dream, baby.
I know Money in the Bank is gonna be okay. The wrestling has gotten a lot better. They just need to stop having pay-per-views every 2 weeks so they can let the storylines develop. Seth Rollins is still gonna win for whatever reason. They're basically just doing all this until Roman Reigns wins Money in the Bank and comes take the belt. That's how they're doing it. Anyway, I also got the finals. I have the Warriors winning tonight. There's a rumor that the Cavs players are pissed at David Blatt again. They're pissed at the minutes. They're pissed that he won't play his bench, really. And I guess it kind of showed last night because LeBron and them, basically, they quit out in the final 3 minutes last night. They were just so exhausted. The last game, excuse me. So I have the Warriors winning by 15 tonight. I just feel that it's on. This is the game before the LeBron quit game. That game is coming up next. If they lose tonight, LeBron will quit the next game, and that'll be the end of the series.
Yeah, I disagree about the Warriors winning tonight. I think LBJ comes in hot. I'm a big LeBron guy, as you guys know, but I agree with you with things you guys. I feel like I'm that perfect person that I don't hate LeBron. I love LeBron, but I don't
Come on, Skip.
Suck his dick, especially after I've seen it. Skip hates LeBron.
I know. Come on, Skip.
He just full hates.
Yeah, come on,
Skip.
But
don't call me that. All right, don't call me Skip. LeBron does quit sometimes. He's. I mean, would you guys agree? He dove into that camera.
100% agree.
Yeah.
He dove into that camera.
I online for saying this, like it was so obvious. I mean, he didn't.
He dove. He got cut. He got cut.
Dove, but he obviously could have stopped himself. He let gravity take its course. He landed on his feet and he had the ball on the ground. If you're the best athlete in the world, you can stop yourself when you're in that position.
That was perfect.
He flew. I mean, where are you going?
That was like WWF, when they get slammed into the steel steps and they're just exaggerated completely.
But
that was perfect.
LeBron's like 260. I mean, he's not gonna get hurled every time. Like if he runs into Steph Curry, he's not gonna fly. Everybody gets that, but that's his way of making sure he gets the call. And I mean, it does.
But
get
that was.
annoying.
He already got the call though. That's what was weird about him diving into the camera. The call was already made. But besides that, I will also be watching Money in the Bank. I watch it more just for childhood purposes. It's just, and with no Monday Night Football and stuff on, it's a good thing to watch every Monday night. But yeah, I'm still into that. What else? Game of Thrones. I will probably be watching at midnight because I'm gonna watch Money in the Bank on my tablet, Game of Thrones on my TV, or the Championship on my TV, and then Game of Thrones at midnight, and then Silicon Valley. If you're not watching Silicon Valley, you're missing out on
I marathoned them today.
the funniest that show. If you YouTube Silicon Valley tip or penis touch,
Yes.
it's probably the funniest thing in TV history. It's legitimately that funny. They're talking about how they can jerk off a bunch of guys in the room if they put tips two penises to two penises. And it was, if you like TJ Miller, it's hilarious.
He's better this season.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest shows out there as far as funny shows go. And I think that's it. Cavs win by 2 in overtime. Tomorrow night, the Blackhawks win in Chicago to take home the Stanley Cup.
That's the dynasty.
I have a question for you guys, a little off topic. What's the biggest dynasty in sports in the last 10 years? Chicago Blackhawks or the Giants? The San Francisco Giants?
Well, right
It's
now,
close.
the Blackhawks. Yeah, but right now,
If they win, they still have to win.
If they win, they will. But I mean, if it's the one that nobody's gonna talk about, nobody cares about this Stanley Cup. That's why they're putting it on cable TV. Nobody cares about them. It will be the Blackhawks though. They've won 3 of the last 4 years, or the last 4, or whatever. It's something crazy. Right now, they're the complete dynasty, and they're at the point now, this playoffs. They were literally at the point the last 2 series where they could be, okay, we're down. All right, let's go ahead and play now. They half-ass and they're like, all right, now it's time to play, and then they go ahead and whoop the team's ass. They did it last series with Anaheim. They're doing it now with Tampa Bay.
If they win, it's 3 cups in 5 years.
But that's what the Giants have too, right? 3 and 5.
And see, the Giants and Cardinals win every other year, so.
Yeah,
They do. It's fuck. That's back to back every year. We don't want to talk about that.
Well,
Baseball doesn't count.
what I'll be watching tonight
TV night.
is Money in the Bank. That's going to be on the PlayStation WWE app. I got Kevin Owens beating John Cena, and Kofi Kingston winning Money in the Bank to shock everyone, and Dean Ambrose winning tonight. That's what I would like to see. And then, but in the middle of
Kofi?
but I'm just saying, I like the New Day. Okay, New Day sucks. But in the middle of that, I'm gonna pause it and I'm gonna watch Game of Thrones season finale because you cannot go on social media during that hour if Game of Thrones on, and I'm gonna have friends texting me, telling me what's happening. I can't. I'm gonna have to watch that in the middle, and then I'll be paying attention to the game just on the ESPN app on my phone. And if it's close, I'll turn it on at the end. But
I don't even watch Game of Thrones, and I know everything that happens just from Twitter. I read, I'm just on Twitter, and I know exactly what's going on because people are just losing their minds over it all the time, and they don't tweet things with hints, or they just say exactly what happened. Oh, this person's dead now. I'm like, oh, okay,
My
well, I
man,
know.
iPad reset. Yeah.
that's how Sons of Anarchy, because I was watching that and I was 4 episodes behind, 2 seasons before it ended, and someone was like, "Oh, I can't believe so and so just died." I was like, "Really? I can't watch TV right now. No reason to watch it now."
Now that I'm jumping back in, I can say this is probably the best TV has been ever. There's so many shows, there's so many things going on. I got Power. Power is an amazing show. 50 Cent doesn't need to rap anymore. He really doesn't. I mean,
Does he? Does he, Lo?
he really doesn't need to. I just don't think he does. He's got the vitamin water money. He's got a hit show that he can just do that and be good. There's really nothing else. He doesn't need to make another album. And I really, that's all I got. TV is just the best that it's ever been. We got a whole rack of other shows, like me and Ozzy, we got Gotham. I'm just pissed that Jay Pinkett won't be on Gotham anymore, but that's another story.
They got plenty of good characters. That shows like a team effort. There's a lot of good people.
Exactly. I love Penguin's character. I love how he's going. But now towards the end, once we started seeing the Riddler get kind of Riddler, I started really liking his character. I love Gordon's character. Nick and Ozzy fight over Barbara.
I hate Barbara so
no,
much.
not Nick. No. One of y'all fight over who Barbara's sexy. I forgot who. I just see.
No, that was I like Barbara. That was what's his name?
It's the other chick.
I don't know.
I can't remember. I got that. I'm trying to think if I got any. Y'all don't. Well, I gotta watch First 48. Good girl, Babe likes watching First 48, so that was our shit. Beyond Scared Straight's about to come back on.
Yep.
I think this week. Yeah, this week. I love my favorite episode. If y'all have not, I'm gonna have to tweet out the link. Is the little boy who thought he was a blood until he ran into real bloods.
Oh yeah,
he was
tweet
crying.
that. I would like to watch that.
That's
Oh,
fun.
it was hilarious. I will tweet it. It was hilarious. 2 minutes in, he was in there, and then they took his glasses. Was like, you better not tell anybody who took your fucking glasses. Then the cop was like, tell us who took your glasses. You don't take your glasses, we're gonna leave you in here. And he was crying and crying and crying. But that's not even the bad part. The bad part was at the end, when they talk about how they changed their life. He was like, and I shower more now. I used to only shower, 2 times a week. Now I shower every day.
What?
That makes any sense. All right, we gotta finish this off.
Yeah, so that's all I got, y'all.
My last word is gonna be tomorrow night the U.S. women's soccer team is back. We need to. I know. Hey, Nick, you gotta support the women, okay?
Damn, we
Might
should
not like
talk
soccer.
about that.
Look, men's soccer is awful. All they do is flop. They act like they're shot. They take them all on stretchers, and they run back on the field. They're idiots, all of them. The women don't flop. They actually play soccer. It's actually pretty entertaining.
Yeah.
It doesn't hurt that they're actually good. Like, they're the best team, So hopefully they can actually win the World Cup this year, so they're pretty fun to watch. So if you are into soccer, I think it's 8 o'clock tomorrow night. Give them a watch. Also, UVA baseball, College World Series tomorrow night as well. So check them out. Hopefully we can beat Florida, even though Florida's kind of rolling. But that's all I got. What else do you have?
First off, Alex Morgan, that's Bay. So yes, women's soccer will be watched. I would do some crazy things to Alex Morgan, bro. My final thought is what we're gonna start the next episode with. Women domestic violence. Do people care about it as much as men? We got to start with that.
You're talking about Hope Solo. Yeah, we'll save Hope Solo.
And Brittany Griner.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
But he's different.
Who's he? Brittany Griner?
Yeah.
We're gonna have to go. We're gonna start with that because that's honestly, I don't think nobody gives a damn. But it's just like Ray Rice can't even get a job right now.
You're right. Let's save it. Nick, what else do you have? Anything?
Rest in peace, Dusty Rhodes, and I'll see you guys next week. I gotta pee real bad, so.
All right, Scott. Anything?
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
All right.
All right, there we go. Y'all have a good one. Thank you for watching.
See you guys.
Yeah.